Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be discussing April's budget. As everybody in the world knows, April is going to be a little tricky. Again, we have never dealt with anything of the sort. So we're just going to try our best to pivot and adjust and do what we think will make the most sense for our financial situation. I did recently do a video, which I will link up here, regarding just 10 tips that we have adopted during this whole situation to kind of try to better navigate it. If you're interested in that video, then check out that video. But otherwise, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. Oh, and if you're watching this in April, then happy Financial Literacy Month. Okay, so I'm gonna put screenshots over here as we talk about all of these things, but that won't be for a few minutes before screenshots start popping up. But as for just some things that I just jotted down really quickly regarding what our specific budget is going to look like, we are going to be combining incomes, which we are a married couple and we have joint finances anyway. However, for much of our basically since we've been married, we have either been like living off of one person's income and putting the other person's income towards debt, or putting the other person's income towards savings, all of that stuff. But given the fact that both of our incomes are a little wishy-washy right now, we still currently have income, regular incomes, at the filming of this video. But I don't know how long this is gonna last. I don't know. So for which case, we are just going to combine our incomes. Another thing that we're gonna do is we're going to anticipate an income decrease, which we kind of always typically budget our income on the lower end so that we're safer, just given the fact that we have variable income, meaning that it changes from month to month. But this time we're going to knock off several thousands just to anticipate like a severe income decrease, because I feel like that is something that would make the most sense for our situation. Another thing is no travel. I was low-key, okay, so we already had a date night planned. It was my month for date night and we were gonna be going to the Millennium Tour. And I had this whole day planned out, but the date has been changed for the concert. It's been pushed back. So I went ahead and canceled all the other reservations. And that was gonna be like, you know, a travel somewhat, but for the most part, I was also going to possibly be going on a girls trip like next weekend. And also I was maybe thinking about going to visit my friend for her birthday. But I'm not going, no traveling is going to be taking place obviously for the month of April, because I don't really know what's going on here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and nix 86 the whole idea of traveling. Speaking of date nights, we're gonna anticipate that date nights will take place on the inside for the month of April. Typically we do like one date night out, maybe two, maybe however many we feel like, honestly. But we normally would do a couple date nights in or whatever as well, just a mixture. But we're gonna anticipate no date nights out, so therefore we're going to 86 date nights out as well. We are going to continue paying our bills as usual. All of our bills are on auto pay, literally every single last one of them. There's not a single bill that I manually go in and pay. Can't rely on me to do that, can't rely on my husband to do it, so we rely on the systems to do it for us. And so we haven't had an issue with that or anything, but we're going to continue, auto pay or not, paying our bills as usual during this time, because if we can, I feel like we should. So we're going to continue paying our bills. We are going to be limiting debt payments. By that I mean a couple of things. We are just going to put the minimums towards our student loans, which is what our current debts technically are. So that's something we have been doing for a few months anyway, because we were just about to get started back up with trying to finish paying off my husband's student loan debt. But you know, given the climate of the world, we're just going to put the minimums towards our debt. I think that for sure my husband's student loan servicer, Nelnet, has something going on where they are going to be suspending student loan payments, I believe, and without interest. So that's the thing that you might be able to take advantage of. But for us, we're just going to go ahead and pay that minimum payment. And then also we're going to skip paying the IRS. So we owe the IRS from our 2019. We have a tax bill from 2019. We have the money. We could pay it literally at any moment. it's a lot of money. I'm talking lots of money. If you want to see how much that is, there's a video up here somewhere. You can check out that. I don't really feel like relinquishing that, given the fact that the IRS legitimately pushed back the date that taxes are due to July 15th, I believe, which is 3 months down the road. I'm just gonna see how this all plays out. And then, you know, if May is looking promising or June or whatever, then we'll go ahead and make that IRS payment. But as of right now, I mean, honestly, the money is just sitting there anyway, so it might as well sit a couple more months. So we're going to skip paying the IRS. And then finally, we're going to save what we can, which typically we would be able to save a decent amount, which we weren't even going to be saving really anyway. We were going to be putting our money towards debt. Since I'm anticipating a decrease in income, I'm not necessarily sure that we're going to be saving as much as we typically would be. There may not be a decrease in income. However, what I know is that I'm going to save what I can, to save what we can. So those are just kind of like the notes that I have to share with you guys. I am referring to right now my budget planner. So I have all of my bills laid out here, and also I have our budget laid out here as well. Regarding birthdays, again, I do have one birthday. So what do you call the birthday where you're like my friend's gonna be 29 on the 29th? That's called something. Anyway, that's her birthday, whatever that is, that's coming up. So we do have one birthday, and then just some little things that we need to do. Buy fire extinguishers, because we have yet to do that. They're in my Amazon cart. And listen, the spending was about to be out of this world, low-key, because we were about to start some home projects and whatnot. But then when I found out about all of this, I did not pull the trigger. We need to purchase air filters. I need to renew my student loan thingy. I think that it's due by May, but I'll probably try to go ahead and get it done in April, since I'm clearly not getting it done in March, since it's the end of March. And then I'm still waiting on a work reimbursement. It's honestly not that much. Maybe I could pay a bill with it. No, I couldn't even pay a regular monthly bill with it, so it's really not that much. But I am going to anticipate getting that in April, maybe when I go back to work, because I am working from home right now. And then the last little note that I have currently is to reschedule my hair appointment. My hair appointment was canceled for 2 days ago because of all of this, and so she's thinking that she might open back up in April. And assuming that everything's fine, I'll probably still go ahead. Let me make sure I don't have anything on my teeth like last time. Assuming everything's fine, I'll probably go ahead and go to that hair appointment. A part of me, like I said, wants to hoard money, but then another part of me wants to put money out there into the economy, you know, especially like small business owners and stuff like that. So I mean, if she's closing down for weeks, I can only imagine that she's going to need this money. Even if she doesn't need it, she's probably going to want it. I mean, it doesn't matter. Nobody wants to have a decrease in income due to this. Like, you know, if you've been training for the day where you can maybe live off of one partner's income and stay home, or start your side hustle, or start a business or whatever, that's one thing. But just to be like thrown into a decrease of income, nobody's here for that. So anyway, whether she wants it, needs it, or whatever, I'm probably still going to go ahead and have her do my hair, because she only does it once a year, because I only get my hair done in that particular style once, maybe twice a year. So I'm probably going to go ahead and reschedule that hair appointment. Okay, so now we are here to the budget part. Again, I'm just gonna put that over here, some screenshots or something over here so you guys can follow along. So again, combining income, also anticipating a decrease, just budgeting what we think might be like bare-ish minimum, unless something, I don't know. Listen, all I know is that we're gonna budget $6,400 for our income. For our mortgage, we're budgeting $1,471.46, which is how much our mortgage is usually. Our security system is $51.47. We're gonna budget $51.47. And our electricity is $108.77. That is the exact number. I do have that exact number. I'll say that because there was once a time before we moved into the house where I was just trying to guesstimate what our electricity bill would be, but since everything's all changed up, I now have the exact number. For phones, that is gonna be $101.50. for both of our cell phones. For cable and internet, I am budgeting, kind of guessing, $120.67. In March, it was the first month that we got like an actual real bill without like fees and prorated this and that and the third. So I'm assuming moving forward, our bill will still be $120.67. Next, we have water / sewer. This is a guesstimate, but last month, I think it was, this month, I think it was like 40 something. So I'm gonna budget $45. My allowance and my husband's allowance, we are going to budget $100 each per usual. Beauty, we're gonna budget $150. Because I didn't get my hair done and I'm in March and I'm anticipating getting it done in April, I'm pretty much just gonna leave beauty alone, because normally, like, so beauty fluctuates, but whenever I'm getting my hair done, I normally budget like $150 to $200, and that beauty will encompass a lot of different things, such as my husband's haircut, my hair being done if it's being done that month, and sometimes like makeup and like other little things like that. Donations and gifts, I'm gonna budget $100. I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna buy my friend a birthday gift. Like, I was going to go, maybe possibly go and visit her, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but either way, I'm gonna budget $100 for that. And the donation / gifts category is just like giving to basically people and ish, like the community ish, not quite, because this isn't all the donating and giving that we do in a month, but like the stuff that I feel comfortable with sharing, pretty much. For toiletries, we're gonna budget $50. That's standard. We pretty much budget $50 every month. For travel, we're gonna budget $0, of course. For business, I'm gonna budget $500, and technically the business budget is separate, but because I don't really spend, because I pretty much draw the vast majority of the income, leaving only a little bit, which is like a smaller portion, which is technically for taxes, and because I don't really spend that much on business, and because I want to share that with you guys, I just throw it in here. It's easy for me to differentiate. Like, I have a whole different way of tracking the business expenses and all of that, a whole different account. But anyway, it has a star beside it on my planner, but that is what I'm budgeting for business. And for the house, we're going to budget $500. That is just for like random, the fire extinguisher or air filters or whatever. This is a little on the higher side, I believe, now, because we're in the like decorating phase of things. If we weren't, it would be a little different. But anyway, $500 for house. For the doctor, I'm going to budget $60. I have, I believe, an annual checkup with my primary care physician. For some reason, something's telling me that it's $60 for like a copay, so I'm budgeting $60 for that. Car insurance, we're budgeting $0, but I am beginning to incorporate it into the budget because it is due again in June, and so I want to like start reminding myself that sooner rather than later, we're gonna have a big fat car insurance bill that we'll have to pay. Health insurance, that's for my husband, and that is $218.61. Life insurance is for my husband and me, $42.19. Food / dates, we're budgeting $750. That is pretty standard. The issue is with us being home more and all of that, I don't know, the budget is just, I don't see it decreasing, is what I'm trying to say, just because, well, it could be decreased, but really not by much, because we spend at the grocery a good 100 plus each week, a good 100 probably, unless I'm like stocking up on meats and produce. So we might be able to get away with like 500 if we try really hard, but such is life. So we're budgeting $750 for that. For our student loan payments, $221.78 and $73.42. For credit cards, I have an Ashley credit card, and there has been so much drama with me getting my dining room chairs, but here is one of them, and I have 6 of them, and they equal the amount shown on the screen, so I can finally pay it. So I ordered these back in January, literally, but they didn't all get delivered to me in until like 2 weeks ago, for which case they couldn't bill me for something that I didn't have. So now that I have all of them and they have billed me for them, I can go ahead and pay that. I may pay that now, but I also may just wait until April. It's due April 9th, so either way the bill's got to be paid by April 9th. So that's for credit cards, and then that leaves $305.21 for an emergency fund. If anything, if I don't get my hair done, if we spend less on food, yada yada yada, that might be more money that we can put into the emergency fund. But as of right now, I don't, like I said, we were never going to start adding to it anyway. I don't know, I guess for us, since everything's still the same, we're going to try to put our best foot forward at like preserving extra funds. But again, I kind of don't know what our income is going to be. It might be higher, therefore we can save a lot more. But like I said, I have anticipated a very large decrease, just assuming an income source is lost. So anyway, that is our budget for the month of April. Let me know down in the comment section if there's anything that you guys are doing to like try to budget and stay on track or just stay afloat during this hectic time. Leave those down in the comment section. I would be happy to read those, and other people can share and get tips and tricks too. I would say for us, if we had to go down to bare minimum, we could very much do that. And I would say we could probably get away with maybe spending like $3,000 a month. So basically cutting this in half because without credit cards, without the credit card payment, with decreasing house stuff and decreasing food / dates and allowance and donations and gifts and beauty and yada yada yada, we could definitely, you know, slice several thousands off of that. But because of what we have in our account, I don't really feel the need to make any drastic changes just yet. But anyway, I don't know. So anyway, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.